So the next two Warframes to get reworks with Warframe 1999 are ones that predate Warframe itself, designs that are around 20 years old, which is crazy. Trinity and Nyx are both set for changes. We know Nyx is originally Nemesis from Dark Sector, and we haven't been shown exactly what her rework is yet, but this is a Trinity showing up in the original Dark Sector 2005 trailer for E3. The original Dark Sector concept, that is, the same footage they're using to hype 1999 with that fun War Sector advert. That's how old Trinity's design is. Of course, it's changed from then to what we have now, but Trinity officially launched with Warframe in October 2012 before the closed beta. She's our original support frame, not flashy like some of our newer Warframes with crazy powers and effects, but she has been irreplaceable for a lot of players over those years. Even her name, Trinity, like the knot with its 3 points, can be representative of protection, restoration and sacrifice, or mind, body, soul. She is a support Warframe that has all of the characteristics of your typical healers that you will find in other MMOs, giving direct heals or AoE heals with her Well or Blessing, giving damage mitigation to your squad through buffs or other mechanics, debuffing enemies like she does with her Link, and having some form of resource management with that energy vampire. So she fits that support mold. She was a requirement for a lot of raid teams when raids were still in the game, to having a Trinity keeping low alive for Eidolon hunts to make them faster, and even bringing her to arbitrations in the much earlier days because she of course made them much easier. Up until the last few years, that is, where her popularity has somewhat declined and she finds herself well down the pecking order of our most used frames according to the stat page the DE release at the end of every year. So hopefully this light rework she's about to get can change that. Now, Trinity was designed to be different to the damage dealers and tanks that we had at the time when Warframe was released. She was sleeker, she had much less armor, and her only real damage dealing ability was using Energy Vampire to quickly nuke a target of choice, since it would deal true damage bypassing their defenses and going straight to their health. Even now, with over 50 Warframes in the game, she is still, in my opinion, our most reliable healer. Although Blessing used to give total immunity until they reduced it to 75% damage reduction, then it got a line of sight nerf because it was also a map wide heal, which was absolutely crazy, but she is still pretty much invincible with the right build. But what do we know about Trinity's rework that's coming in December? Her passive is changing to give teammates more health based on how high her energy pool will be. So more energy for you will mean more health, possibly for you, but also for the rest of your squad. Her Well of Life is going to have a much larger radius. It can be cast while she is moving and can be cast on 3 enemies at any given time. So that means 3 healing turrets keeping you and your teammates alive. And if a player takes a killing blow while inside the radius of one of those wells of life, then it will instead destroy the well and keep that player alive. So it's kind of a get out of jail free card. Her Energy Vampire is going to be able to be recast. It's going to have a much higher base duration, which will give you more energy pulses. But don't worry, negative duration will still be viable, which they confirmed on the dev stream. It's just going to give you the option whether you want all energy in one go with a shorter, I guess, negative duration, or if you want energy, I guess, spread out over a longer duration. And its Vampire Leech augment is going to be buffed. Now, her Link ability is also going to be able to be recast and cast while moving. Its duration is also being increased, and now power strength will determine how many links that your Trinity will actually have. So she normally has 3, but with more power strength we might see up to 8, 9, 10 hopefully, or many more to enemies depending on just how high of a power strength you want to build for. And her ultimate ability, her Blessing, is having its duration increased as well, and the augment Champion's Blessing is also being buffed, which is great because it is a really solid augment. And the bug which Blessing had, where whenever you would recast it you would lose that given damage reduction, that has been fixed so that now when you recast it you won't lose that damage reduction. Now, it's a little bit pointless me showing off any build for my Trinity with her rework right around the corner, and the fact that she's getting mainly duration buffs, and some of her staple builds right now are negative duration, but she's also going to be able to cast while moving and recast some of those abilities. So I'm going to wait until that update actually drops, but I mainly run her for abating Link and maybe Champion's Blessing augments for armor stripping, and of course for more crit chance since she is always healing. But with her abating Link only reducing armor It would be quite nice for them to bring it into line with other defense strip abilities that other Warframes have, and have it reduce all enemy defenses and not just armor, maybe some shield as well. But I guess maybe that's asking a little bit too much, since she is already quite a powerful Warframe. I do think it's pretty cool, however, that two of the original Warframes that predate the game itself are about to get reworks, frames that were originally conceptualized around the original pitch for Dark Sector all the way back in 2005. But let me know in the comment section below what you think of the upcoming changes for Trinity that are dropping in December with Warframe 1999. Have a great day, have a great week, and as always, thanks for watching.
You keep reading between the lines.